Cyber virtual threat, keystroke kill, identity hidden I fulfill. Cyber assassin, that's my prowl. Codes in hand, you'll fall. Hack and strike, chaos I make. Cyber realm, my domain to take.
This is the 9/9 portal full moon, October 9th, 2025. Very, very strong moon. Looks like clouds in the distance are bringing in a storm. It's not due to be here for a little while, they say, but it looks like it's on its way. Man, that is a bright full moon, too. Beautiful. Evolution. Evolution isn't just inevitable. I believe it does take effort of thought, energy, intention, will. These things that happen in the world, that happen to us, events, physical, spiritual, or just born of desire, I believe are the progenitors of evolution. You know, I had a thought about things that are passed on to our children. You know, like I hurt my knee at one point in my life, and my oldest daughter has problems with the same knee, as if I genetically passed on the issue. And in the same respect and same regard, you know, mental capacity, thought process, ideologies, are they only within us? Or does that pass on too? Are those parts of us carried on into our children? Not just our physical attributes, but our spiritual attributes, our beliefs, our understandings, our capabilities, our mental faculties. Like I've done a whole lot of acid and mushrooms in my younger years, and expanded my perception. And I can see it in my kids as far as their perspectives, their thought patterns are not the same as people who have not partaken in beliefs born of getting outside of normal reality's bounds. Having those experiences and stepping outside of normal reality to experience the world's energy as energy is not a physicality. I think those expressions and experiences carry on into our children. I don't think they just stay in us. I think they are in our DNA. They're carried on in our genes. I think, I mean, this is my perspective, obviously, but, you know, science always likes to say things aren't true. You know, like the wow signal that happened in 1977 is, you know, a couple degrees off of the area where 3i Atlas is coming from, right? So I put two and two together that we sent a probe out and, you know, we got a signal back, and, you know, it just so happens this craft thing, whatever it is coming from that direction. But because it's a couple degrees off, you ask AI, it's absolutely not. There's no way. Don't even think about it. But whatever, a couple degrees, give me a break. It's from the same region of space. So I see a correlation. I feel it in my soul. I feel that we called out and sent a signal out into space, and whoever we sent it to, who found it, they're coming to visit. They're checking out the neighborhood before they come see us. This is what I think. But then at the same time, is it raw? Is it, one of these Yahweh or, the alien civilizations that were our progenitors, the ones that took species and spliced their DNA with the species that were, from the earth already, and created hybrids that could see, think, and, perceive and communicate with them because we're part them, but then also live in our radiation levels and oxygen breathing and, live in this environment safely, but then also be hybrids so that we can communicate and be useful to them. This is something that I've always thought. I've always felt that we're not called human beings for any dim, slight, unintentional reason. I think the being part is very intentional. I think we are very well known to science and, the echelons who actually know the truth that we're part alien. We're all born of species of the earth that had genes spliced in with the alien species. And the question is, was it just one alien species? Were there several alien species that were spliced with species of the earth for different reasons in different regions? Like science projects. Are we all science projects? People don't like to think that we are, but why not? Why not consider it? Why not think it? It could be. Just because nobody else thinks so or has thought about it doesn't mean it's not true. So that's my perspective, my take on it. That, I think we are all alien beings that are part human and part alien. It clears up a lot of the, what's the missing link? The missing link. How stupid, right? At any rate, incoming, we've got not just 3i Atlas, but several other planetary anomalies that we viewed, like the Swan comet, and there's like 6 or 7 other things that are coming in. And does it not fit with the narrative of Nibiru? Like, you have the one planetary body that's something like a dead star, and it's moving through space, and it has these other things that are flying along with it. So maybe there is a binary star that is a binary to our star, and it's coming into its orbit, and it has its own planetary bodies that are following it. And with it, there's a civilization that lives possibly on those planets, or has, evolved to the point that they have their own crafts that they just follow their planetary system in. And they go, interstellar. They fly around through space. And is it just a story? It's just free thought, okay? Just free thinking, not following narratives, not following a story that I've been told, but putting the pieces together that I've accumulated from birth to now, plus the things that I've heard, and, tying connections together that possibly haven't been put together. Is it possible? Anything's possible. Just because people don't believe it or haven't thought about it doesn't mean it's not real. So There's that. Get the neighbors coming with their light. Probably hear me speaking up here on my roof. Finding their cat. Heading rate. Full moon. 9/9. Quite interesting.